Imagine being a child punished for your father's politics, your home ransacked, your sister driven to suicide. You are sent away to live and work in a cave, and that boy grows up and becomes the most powerful leader in the world's second largest country. Today we tell the story of Xi Jinping, how humiliation and exile became absolute power, and what that means in 2025. A childhood of humiliation. Let's go back to the 1960s. Mao Zedong launched the Cultural Revolution in China. Everywhere chaos, public shaming, schools were closed. Xi Zhongxun, a senior Communist Party leader, he criticized Mao and paid dearly for that. His family home was trashed, and some accounts say his daughter took her own life. And young Xi Jinping was pulled out of the school at the age of 15, paraded, humiliated, and sent to do grueling farm labor in a remote village cave. That's the childhood that shaped Xi Jinping. Persistence inside the system. Xi Jinping didn't give up. He applied to join the same Communist Party 9 times, rejected 9 times, but he kept going. After Mao Zedong's death in 1976, Xi entered the party, Communist Party of China. He studied, took technical and provincial posts, learned the rules from the inside. He read, worked, and rose quietly through the ranks of the same Chinese Communist Party. By the 2000s, he was governor in provinces like Fujian. By 2012, party's general secretary. And by 2013, the president of China. And then he didn't just play by the old rules, he rewrote them. One-man show. China once had a 2-term limit. Xi Jinping changed that. The constitution was altered in 2018 for Xi Jinping. By 2022, he secured a 3rd term. In 2025, he still stands at the top in China's power structure. Friends, concentration of power on party, state, and military power in one person changes everything. And that is Xi Jinping's China today. The anti-corruption sweep. Xi Jinping launched a sweeping anti-corruption campaign, the largest in modern China's history after Mao Zedong's time. Official reports point to roughly 4.7 million people investigated and about 1.6 million people convicted. That is 16 lakh people convicted. Former ministers, generals, judges, many were targeted. What it is? Cleaning up corruption? Maybe for some extent. But the campaign also silenced, sidelined rivals and tightened and consolidated power of Xi Jinping. Anti-corruption in effect became a tool of power centralization. Party, state, military, all in one hand. Xi Jinping now wears 3 crowns: General Secretary of the Communist Party of China, and President of the country, and Chairman of the Central Military Commission. That gives him command over party, government, and the military, effectively reshaping China's institutions so the party runs everything. Media, education, local officials all answer to the party. Dissent is squeezed. Loyalty is the main qualification for advancement and growth. Brand Xi, propaganda and institutions. Xi Jinping turned his life story into a governing brand. Exile, resilience, family loyalty, packaged into Xi's thought. Textbooks, university centers, mobile apps, and quizzes teach it. Children learn it. Officials study it. And leaders' ideas are institutionalized in China. So when a leader's narrative enters classrooms and apps, loyalty becomes institutional. That is how political cults stick. and grow. Military modernization and ambitions. Under Xi Jinping, China's defense spending has surged and the PLA is being modernized. People's Liberation Army of China. It is being modernized heavily. Better ships, jets, missiles, and high-tech capabilities. There are also public reports of a rapid nuclear force build-up and plans to expand arsenals in coming years. The shift is now from quantity to the quality. Numbers differ among sources, but the trend is clear. Regional security calculations have shifted. Taiwan, the South China Sea, and India's border issues are now seen in a different light. Belt and Road, a global ambition. Xi Jinping's vision goes beyond guns. He wants China at the center of global networks. He wants entire world. The Belt and Road Initiative, ports, rails, roads across the world, across Asia, Africa, and Europe. Friends, this BRI, it is nothing but China and Jinping's geopolitical influence disguised as infrastructure. In domestic economy front, China lifted millions out of poverty. No doubt in that. But it was not done only under Xi Jinping. It is a multi-decadal story in China. It is being done in last 30-40 years. But after Xi Jinping rose to power, in recent times, growth has slowed. Some estimates put GDP growth around 3.3%, much lower than earlier decades. Slower growth changes the calculus for Beijing. The human cost, and it is not just about economy. Xi Jinping's rule also brings harsh policies at home. Reports of mass surveillance and re-education programs in Xinjiang detention camps, ideological training, heavy controls have triggered international concern. Inside China, press freedom is constrained, civil society is limited, and dissent faces real risk. The trade-off is stability and control at the cost of freedoms. What did Xi Jinping actually achieve? So, what has Xi Jinping accomplished? Political control, party, state, military in one hand. A sweeping anti-corruption purge that removed rivals. A global agenda, Belt and Road Initiative and expanded diplomatic reach. Military modernization and assertiveness in the region. Institutionalizing Xi Jinping's thought across school, media, and party organs. These are big achievements personally for any leader, but they come with trade-offs if you see it in the lens of a society or a nation. Slow growth, rising youth expectations, international pushback, and fewer internal checks on policy mistakes. Is the model sustainable? From being a boy punished for his father's dissent to a man with near total control of the entire country, Xi Jinping's rise is extraordinary and unsettling. He used exile, party schooling, institutional reshaping, and ruthless consolidation to remake China, his own China. As of 2025, Xi still leads and the world keeps adjusting. For neighbors and global players, Xi's China is different, more assertive, more centralized, and determined to set rules on its own terms. And if you like this story, please hit the like button, share with someone who follows geopolitics, and tell us in the comments, is this model sustainable? Is centralization the price for stability? Let's discuss. Thank you so much. Keep looking for better. Let's meet again. Namaste.